I'm coming to you live from Davenport, Florida, once again to introduce this morning live wake up motivation. And this morning, I'm going to talk about a topic about be kind, for everyone is fighting with something that you know nothing about. And the reason why I chose this topic is because a lot of people will look at people in life and look at how they act and look at who they are, and they'll judge them, but they don't know what's going on. So what I'm saying to you this morning is be kind, for everyone is fighting with something that you know nothing about. And how are you going to find out what that person is battling with or fighting with if you're so quick to judge them on their particular situation of what they have going on in their life and how they are and what's going on? You have to be in a position in your life to where you're not judgmental. You have to learn that people are different and people go through certain things in life, but when you set up there and you're not kind to them and you judge them and you talk about them and you make a decision on who they are before you know who they are, then that's not right in the eyesight of God, because God said, judge not unless ye be judged. So you don't have no right to pass no judgment up on nobody about whatever situation is going on in their life. And you should always be kind to people no matter what. If you see somebody that's acting mean and abrupt and aggressive or whatever, don't get on their level. Be kind to them and try to figure out what's going on with them, because it may be something going on in their life right now that they have going on in their life, and they're not necessarily proud of it or whatever the case may be, but they're they're dealing with it, and by them dealing with it, it's causing them to act a certain type of way. So you shouldn't judge that person. What you should do, you should go up to that person and ask, say, hey, I noticed you're a little different than you normally are. What's going on in your life? Is there something going on in your life with your family? Is someone in your family sick, or are you battling with stress through anxiety or stress or depression, or are you battling with financial situations? What's going on? You should show concern and kindness and try to see what you can do to make that person feel better and be more happier and less stressful than you setting up there judging that person and saying, oh, that person, they're just mean and abrupt, and I don't want to be around them because they're this, they're that. But you don't know what's going on. So you don't have the right to judge nobody, and you don't have the right to be mean to nobody because of a certain way that they are acting, because you don't know what's going on. So this is what I'm saying to you this morning in my morning live wake up motivation is, be kind, for everybody, for everyone is battling with something that you know nothing about. See, a lot of people will keep things bottled up inside of them, and then it'll cause them to go into stress and anxiety and anger and all those situations and things, because they have not dealt with what's going on inside of them. So you don't have the right to be mean to that person if you don't know what's going on in their life. And the only way you're going to find out what's going on in their life is communicate. You communicate with that person. You sit down and you talk to that person and you ask that person, say, hey, is there anything that I can do to help you? That's why I say you should always be kind. For everyone is battling with something that you know nothing about. And the people that are battling with things that you know nothing about, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you right away. So what you have to do, you have to find a way to get close to that person and ask them, what's going on? Is there something I can do to help you? But if you're being mean to that person and you're being judgmental to that person and you're judging the person by their character and what they're doing at that particular situation in time, that doesn't mean that's who they are as an individual. So that's why I say be kind, for everyone is battling with something that we know nothing about. and we cannot find out what's going on in someone's life that is holding them back or that is stressing them out when we're being judgmental, when we're being mean to them. We have to be kind to them in order to get them to open up and talk to them and talk to us, because you don't know when you're judging somebody and you're not being kind to somebody, that person could be on the verge of a big, deep depression going on in their life, and all they wanted was for somebody to reach out to them and talk to them and be willing to listen to them and what's going on in their life and be kind to them and not be judgmental and give them the advice that they need so they can get over whatever they're battling with in life that you know nothing about. Because everybody is always battling with something secretly inside of their head that they don't reveal because they don't want to talk about it. It may be something that has happened that has upset them and they don't want to talk about it. It may be something that has happened in their childhood and they haven't dealt with it, so it's causing them to act a certain way and they don't want to talk about it. But it's up to you to be kind to that person, to get that person to open up, because you never know what a difference that you will make in someone's life if you're kind to them, if you're kind to them, if you're nice to them, if you're polite to them. Because when they're battling with something secretly in their life, and you're mean to them and you're not kind to them and you're being judgmental and you're telling them they're a mean person, and you're telling them they need to change their attitude and all these different things, and you're being judgmental to them, but you never once took the chance to see what was going on in their life. And that's why I say this morning, that's what I'm saying this morning in my morning live wake up motivation is to you, be kind. For everyone is battling with something that you know nothing about. But when someone is battling with something that you know nothing about, you cannot help that person if you're mean to them. You can only help that person if you're kind to them, if you're willing to listen. Sometimes all the person needs to change their attitude is a listening ear. Someone to be there, someone to care, someone to tell them, hey, no matter what the situation is, I love you and God loves you. That's the difference in being kind to someone than being mean to them just because they're being mean to you or being aggressive or whatever. Because you have to realize certain people's attitudes are determined by what they go through in life. And if you don't know what they're going through in life, you don't know why they have the attitude that they have. So you don't have no right to treat them wrong or disrespect them or be unkind to them or talk about them or judge them. What you should be trying to do is get to know that person and talk to that person and see how you can help that person to get past whatever it is that's going on in their life that's causing them to act the way they're acting. Because you cannot reach them if you're not willing to sit down and ask questions and talk to them. Because you will be amazed at what you can do to a person just by simply saying hi and hello and how you doing today and striking up a conversation with them. They may be in a bad mood, or they may be being aggressive or unkind and angry or whatever, but just your kind gender of speaking to them and saying, hey, how you doing today? How's your day going? God bless you and your family. You know what I'm saying? And things like that, those kind words go a long way when people are battling with things in their life, because we don't know what's going on in people's life. So we have no right to judge them by their character, because their character may be what they're going through, and it doesn't necessarily define that that's who they are. So that's why it's up to us to be able to get to sit down and talk to them and motivate them and tell them, hey, you know what? I don't know what you're going through, but I noticed that, you're a little different than you always been. I don't know what's happening. Maybe you're having some family problems or maybe you're having some financial problems, but I don't know. But I'm here. I'm a listening ear so you can get that off your chest, so you can relieve that stress. And when you're kind to someone like that, you show that you care. And when you show that you care about someone, then they tend to open up to you. Because there's a saying that says people don't care about what you know until you show how much you care. So that's what you have to realize, in life. If you're one of those people that is always, judging people by their character of what you see on the outside, and you never take an opportunity to sit down with them and talk to them and find out who that person really is on the inside, then you cannot judge them. That's why I say be kind, for everyone is going through something that you know nothing about. For everyone is fighting with something in their life that you know nothing about. So if you don't know nothing about what someone is fighting with in their life that is holding them back, that may be stressing them out, the only way you're going to find out what's really going on in their life is to communicate. And the only way you can communicate with somebody is within a kind gesture. You cannot strike a conversation up with somebody and communicate with somebody if you're not kind to them. And you have to be kind to them. You have to be that one to hey, how you doing today? I noticed something's not right with you. Is there anything that you want to talk about? Is there anything that you want to get off your chest? I just want to know, as your friend, because, I respect you and I want you to have, a good attitude and be stress-free and all these different things. And you give that person and you tell that person how much you care. Now, whatever's going on in their life, they're going to open up to you. They're going to tell you what's going on, but you cannot reach nobody when you're on their level. All because they're being mean to you and disrespectful to you, it doesn't mean that you have to be mean and disrespectful back to them. You need to find how to be kind and find out what's going on. Find out what they're fighting with that you know nothing about, and then maybe your advice can change their attitude. But you cannot change nobody's attitude unless you're willing to talk to them and be kind to them and be able to get them to open up to you and tell you what's going on. Because the thing is about it, a lot of people deal with things in life and they fight with things in secret because they don't want to reveal it. They don't want to tell people about it because they don't feel like a person would understand. They don't feel like nobody has been through what they've been through. So they keep it in and they fight with it and they battle with it. And that causes them to get to have a different attitude. So this is my advice to you from my Morning Live Wake Up Motivation this morning. And this is what I'm motivating you to do, is to be kind, for everyone is fighting with something that you know nothing about. So if you're kind to them, then you can get them to open up and find out what they're fighting with that you know nothing about. But you first got to be on the level to let them know that you care and that you're concerned about what's going on in their life, and you want to be the listening ear, and you want to be that one to give that advice to possibly help them. But you cannot give that advice to possibly help them if you're judging them, if you're saying they're mean, if you're saying they're disrespectful, if you're saying, all the things bad about them, and you're never figuring out why they have this type of attitude. See, a lot of people, like I said, you don't know, I don't know, you don't know, nobody knows what everybody wakes up each and every day battling with. But there's something in everybody's life, no matter who you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, no matter what you have in life, there's always something that you wake up with in your life each and every day that you're battling with and you're fighting with that nobody knows about, because you won't reveal it to them. You won't talk to them. So what I'm saying to you, when you see someone like that, offer a kind gesture. Good morning. How you doing today, ma'am or sir? How's your day going? Have a blessed day. I hope you have a wonderful day. But let me just I want to communicate with you and ask you something, because I've noticed that your attitude has changed from the way you used to be. So, I mean, what's going on in your life? Is there something going on in your life? Are you struggling financially? Are you struggling physically, mentally? Are you stressed out? Is there some things going on? Is someone sick in your family? Do you need me to pray for you? Those type of things, You know what I'm saying? Is being kind. And then when you're being kind, the person that is battling with something that you know nothing about, you're being kind, you're showing concern, that you're concerned about their social well-being and who they are as a person and where they're going and where they're headed, and you're concerned, and now whatever they're battling with in secret, they will trust you enough to open up to you and start talking to you about it. And like I said, I just want you to understand that being kind doesn't cost a thing. You can be kind to somebody and it doesn't cost a thing. Saying a hello, a good morning, a goodbye, how you doing, have a blessed day, God loves you and so do I, let me pray for you. None of those things cost. But those things will make a difference in somebody's life when they're battling with something that you know nothing about. Because that lets them know that even though it seems like everybody else in the world has turned their back on them and don't care, you're that one person that cared. You're that one person that was kind to them. You're that one person that motivated them that everything was going to be all right. And that's what makes a difference in people's lives when they're battling with something that you know nothing about, and it causes them to get a different attitude, and it gives them hope that they can get past whatever they're battling with that has been had them bogged down for so long, that has been secretly, had them, stressed out, in depression, anxiety, stress, and all these different things they're going through. Because when someone knows that you really care about them and you're genuinely concerned about what's going on in their life, they will open up. They will talk to you because they know that they have a listening ear. Sometimes all people need in life to change their attitude is just somebody to listen. Somebody to listen and not judge. And that's one of the things, you have to be kind to people because people is fighting with things that you know nothing about. And when you're being kind to people, you tell them, and you give them good advice and things like that. And you let them know how much you care no matter what's going on in their life. They may be going through a situation where they have just been stressed out for so long and they're ready to give up on life. But just that little situation of you being kind to them and letting them know that you care, that gives them hope to keep moving on strong, to keep trusting and believing in themselves, to take their life to another level. But they cannot do that if you're not willing to be kind to them and be willing to listen to them. Be a listening ear, and then be willing to communicate and give your feedback and give them advice and help them out along the way. Because when people are going through stress, anxiety, and depression and financial situations, the last thing they want to hear is someone talking about them. Is someone calling them, mean, disrespectful, angry, ornery. They don't want to hear that, even though they know that they're that way, but they don't want to hear it. They want to be they want to feel the way they want to feel. They want to feel to stay in that depression, to stay in that stress, because that's the easy way out. Staying in it and not dealing with it. But it's up to you to become that person, to be kind to them, and to get them to open up on whatever it is that, that's going on in their life that is bothering them. Because you cannot help nobody get to the next level in life if you're not willing to listen. And then also, you have to be willing to listen, but you also have to be willing to give advice as well. And when you give advice, you got to be willing to give good advice. You got to be willing to give the advice that you need to give to them, whether you think that advice is going to hurt them or help them. If that's the best advice for them, give it to them. And be kind to them when you give it to them. And now they know that you care. And when they know that you care, they will communicate with you. But when you're mean to them and you're talking about them and you're telling them they're disrespectful and you're telling them they're no good and they're never going to amount to nothing, with their attitude is never going to get them nowhere. You don't want to do that, because the thing is, what you have to do, you have to watch what you bring into the atmosphere. Because if you bring negativity into the atmosphere, then you're bringing negativity into your life. But you don't want to bring negativity into the atmosphere so it comes into your life. You want to keep positivity into the atmosphere so your life can remain positive and you can keep moving on to that success level to where you want to be. But the only way you're going to be that way is to be kind, because for everyone is fighting with something that you know nothing about. And you have to realize, when someone is fighting with something or battling with something that you know nothing about, you cannot be judgmental to that person. You have to be able to be kind and open up and go over there and ask that person, is there anything that I can do to help you? Because I noticed that, something's not right in your life, because I can tell by the way you're acting. Would you like to talk about it? But if you don't want to talk about it, I would just like to let you know that God loves you and so do I. That little bit of agenda right there of kindness can make a difference in somebody's life, from them moving on to the next level and believing in themselves, versus them staying where they are just by those encouraging words. So that's why I say be kind, for everyone is fighting with something that we know nothing about, that you know nothing about, that I know nothing about. So I don't have the right to pass judgment on nobody until I know what's going on in their life. I say this all the time. Never judge a book by its cover if you haven't thumbed through and read the pages. So what I'm saying to you within this situation is that never judge a person by their character if you haven't taken the time out to sit down with them and ask them questions and find out what's going on in their life in a kind way. Because you cannot judge them, because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know the battles and the struggles that they have to deal with in their life each and every day, that they do certain things, that they do this, that they do that. So you have to be the one to be kind to them. Because like I said, be kind, for everyone is fighting with something that we know nothing about. And how can we get that person to open up and tell us what they're fighting with or battling with that we know nothing about if we're not kind to them? You have to be kind to everyone, no matter what. Even if you walk up to somebody on the street and you speak to them and they cuss you out, you have did your gesture of being kind to that person. And then when you do the gesture of being kind to that person, after they cuss you out, say, hey, sir, I just want to ask you a question. You seem very aggressive and angry today. What's going on in your life? Is there something going on in your life that I can help you with, that we can sit down and talk about? Maybe I can give you some advice, to kind of adjust the attitude, because, you should try to adjust it, because with an attitude like that, people are not going to want to communicate with you. But I'm communicating with you because I want to help you change your attitude and be able to have a different attitude and outlook on life, about people and situations. So let me ask you this. Is there anything going on in your life that you would like to share with me and talk about right now? I'm here as a listening ear, and I'm also here to give you some advice to help you get to the next level of wherever it is or whatever it is that you are battling with today, or that may be holding you back from making a decision to moving forward in life. How may I help you? And that's what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you be kind to people, for everyone is battling with something that you know nothing about. And that's why I say be kind, because a kind word and a gesture goes a long way. You just don't know how far a good morning and hello and have a nice day will go for a person that woke up on the wrong side of the bed. They may have woke up, they may have went to bed last night stressed out because they had a situation happen in their life and it stressed them out, and they went to bed thinking about it. They woke up thinking about it, and it's bothering them and it's causing them to be disrespectful. And then you go to that person and you be kind to them, even though they're being disrespectful to you. Now they're going to say, man, why am I being so disrespectful to this person? This person is only trying to be kind and be concerned about what's going on in my life. So sooner or later, they're going to adapt a different attitude to where they're going to get on your level and they're going to be kind to you just like you've been kind to them. And now you have turned the tables from their character of being disrespectful and honorary and angry to being respectful and thankful and grateful. So that's what you have to do, because you don't know what someone is going through in life. So that's why I say in my morning live wake up motivation this morning is be kind, for everyone is battling with something, is fighting with something that we know nothing about. So that's why we have to be kind to everybody in every walk of life, in everything they do, because you never know what they're going through. And that's why I say be kind, for everyone is fighting with something that we know nothing about. So that's what I want. That's what I want to get across to you. And I challenge you to be kind to somebody when they're being disrespectful to you. And I know it's not easy. It's a hard pill to swallow when you're trying to communicate with somebody and they cuss you out and you're trying to be kind to them. It's hard to remain kind. But I want to challenge you to do that, because your kind gesture goes a long way, versus you getting on their level. Because two angry people cannot solve a situation. Two aggressive people cannot solve a situation. One of those people are going to have to be kind to the other one in order to solve a situation to where it is a angry situation, or it's a stressful situation, or it's a violent situation. You have to be kind in order to solve those situations. So this morning, I have a call to action. It's my new product called Skin Tech. So I'm just going to read to you what it is. Skin Tech is an adhesive foam that protects you for 4 hours. And then it says Skin Tech is a personal revolutionary wearable skin technology, portable, clinically proven to protect and moisturize your skin up to 4 hours while on the go. It is powerful, nourishing formula that is up to 99% effective against many common germs. Protects your skin for 4 hours. Skin Tech anti-biological foam is capable of protecting you and your loved one's skin for 4 continuous hours while gently washing your skin. Skin Tech is alcohol-free, non-irritating, colorless, non-toxic, and safe for kids, pets, and the environment. Protects your skin even through hand wash, gently but strongly. Kills a wide spectrum of bacteria, viruses, and fungi on contact without needing to reapply. And then it says acts as a biochemical glove, protects your skin for 4 hours with a single application. Cleans, moisturizes, and protects. That's what Skin Tech does. So, like I said, if you're interested, click the link below at thismakesense.com and get your Skin Tech today. Because I'm telling you right now, you're going back to school. Your kids are going back to school, parents, and we want to keep them protected. I keep my sons protected. I have kids that's in school, and I keep them protected because I put Skin Tech on them every morning before they go to school, and that keeps them for the first 4 hours. Then they have Skin Tech in their backpack, and then at lunch, they take it out and they apply for 4 more hours. So now the whole 8 hours while they're at school, they are protected from all these different things: viruses, bacteria, harmful chemicals, scores on contact, whatever the case may be, but they're protected. So I'm saying to you, if you want to protect your loved ones and your family members, click the link at thismakesense.com and get your Skin Tech today. And all you entrepreneur-minded people, click the link at zensmakesense.com. Tell me you want to be a distributor of this awesome product, because I can tell you right now, this product is selling off the shelf. I cannot keep this product stocked. This product is so much in demand right now, it is unreal. So I have Skin Tech here with me. I'm going to do a sample of how it's used. And you spray it in, and you rub it in. Now, once you rub this Skin Tech in, and like I said, it's safe for the environment. So you can put it on your face, you put it anywhere you want, and it's safe. And once you rub it in, and you take a look at my hands are so smooth. Look at how clean and clear and smooth my hands look. That's why. And then once it dries, you'll just form the biochemical glove over your hand that lasts up to 4 hours, that protects you from viruses, bacteria, scores on contact, and all these harmful chemicals. So get your Skin Tech today and protect your loved ones and protect yourself. But like I said, once again, getting back to my morning life, wake up motivation, be kind, for everyone is fighting with something that you know nothing about. So that's what I'm saying. Be kind, because a hello and a goodbye and a good morning and have a nice day and God bless you and I love you doesn't cost a thing. So you've got to be able to be kind to people. So I want you to do me a favor. Like, comment, and share on this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I believe that there's someone out there this morning that needed to hear this message. There's someone out there that is fighting with being kind to people when they're being mean to them. But I'm challenging you, bite your tongue and be kind anyway. Because when you bite your tongue and be kind anyway, that just opens up the door for another blessing that God has in store for you. So once again, thank each and every one of you all for stopping by my morning live wake up motivation. Like, comment, and share on this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a blessed day. Stay safe out there. God loves you, and so do I. And goodbye.